The Opel Astra has long been a firm favourite on Irish roads, and like the Golf and the Focus, is one of those cars that has become a brand in its own right. And it seems like everybody has owned an Astra at some point in their lives, or if not, at least knows someone who has. Because it's just one of those great all-rounders. It's stylish and trendy enough to make a great first-time car, yet practical and reliable enough to carry the family around in too. So it goes without saying that this latest generation has quite a lot to live up to, and Opel really have pulled out the big guns here, offering a range of high-tech safety, infotainment and onboard assistance features that haven't been seen in this class or segment before now. That's all on top of a fresh new look, which, while still unmistakably Astra, has gotten sportier and edgier than before, with that dramatic breakthrough C-pillar a particularly striking feature. It's gone against the grain compared to the market in terms of size, because while most new cars are getting bigger, the dimensions of the new Astra are actually smaller than the previous one, and as well as shedding a massive 200 kilograms in weight, it's now shorter and lower than before. But yet by some kind of sorcery, there's actually more room inside the cabin this time round, with a noticeable increase in rear legroom and enough headroom to keep even taller passengers comfortable. Also improved is the interior layout. There's a sleek and modern new dashboard, a tidier centre console that's less cluttered than before, and they've added some very on-trend black piano veneer finish, surrounding a new touchscreen IntelliLink infotainment system. Now, I'm a big fan of the IntelliLink system. I find it really easy to use. It's really simple to pair with your phone, even if you're a bit rubbish with technology like me. And once it's paired, then it's fast and responsive, and you never need to put a whole lot of thought into what you're doing, which means it does its job very well. This one is also equipped with Apple's CarPlay, which will mirror your iPhone to the screen. Another thing I really like about this Astra, and it might sound like a very small thing, is this perfectly smartphone-shaped compartment they've put into the centre console. So your phone slots in there perfectly. You can see the full screen if you want to use it as a sat-nav or what you're streaming on Spotify. And it's just one of those really small but really clever touches that makes all the difference. Storage throughout the rest of the cabin isn't bad either, with a large glove box, door bins wide enough to fit a bottle of water, and storage pockets on the back of the front seats. There's also 2 central cup holders, which I'm delighted to see because it means I get to try out our new Cars Ireland coffee mug test, which it passes on both counts. The boot is larger than the previous one, and at 370 litres is slightly smaller than the Golf, but quite a bit bigger than the Focus. And although it does seem slightly shallow when you open it first, bearing in mind that this one comes with an optional full-size spare wheel, it's more than capable of carrying what it's realistically going to be used for, which is the weekly shop and a couple of suitcases on occasion. Then the rear seats fold nice and flat if you ever needed to carry anything more than that. You can really feel that weight loss on the road. The car itself feels very light, and the steering is pretty light too, although it always feels composed and solid. It can be a bit of fun too, especially on a windy stretch, because it stays nicely planted around twists and turns. Then again, that lightness combined with a spot-on suspension setup means that you glide over any rough surfaces without ever being shaken around in here. Overall, I'd say the handling has improved dramatically on the previous model. This is the 1-litre turbocharged petrol, which is the same as the one used in the Corsa and the Adam. And despite having a bit more car to look around with this, it feels more than capable while doing so. And the 105 PS feels powerful enough for most driving situations, including confident overtaking. In terms of running costs, the official fuel economy figure for this model is 64 miles to the gallon. Now, I know these figures can start to kind of sound a little bit meaningless after a while, so to give you a real world example, I drove it from Dublin to Sligo return, which, thanks to all the diversions because of the flooding, ended up being a 500-kilometre round trip, and it did that on just under 3/4 of a tank of fuel. So I'll let you make of that what you will. The rest of the engine lineup consists of 2 turbocharged 1.4-litre petrols with either 100 or 150 PS, and then 2 1.6-litre diesels with either 110 or 136 PS. There will also eventually be a high-performance OPC model, although the details haven't been confirmed yet. There's 4 trim levels to choose from, with the base Model S starting at $19,995 and offering a decent amount of standard equipment for that price, including air conditioning, automatic lighting control, Bluetooth and Hill Start Assist. For a €1,500 premium, the SC model adds steering wheel mounted controls, cruise control, a trip computer and a 7-inch version of the IntelliLink touchscreen infotainment system. Then this SRI model, as well as sportier exterior styling, gets automatic wipers, a sports mode button for a more dynamic drive, a leather covered steering wheel and a larger 8-inch touchscreen complete with sat-nav. Also standard on this SRI model, which starts at $24,495, are some cutting-edge safety features, including lane departure warning, road sign recognition and emergency braking. But most notably, there's the addition of OnStar, Opel's onboard personal assistant, which I already demoed in the Insignia video, but can confirm works just as well in this car and is pretty impressive as far as safety features go. And it does give great peace of mind that there's someone there always at the end of the line if you ever did get lost or need anything. And you can still equip the base and SE models with OnStar for an extra €500. The first year will be free, and after that I'm told there will be a subscription service costing about €100 a year. Other optional extras include parking sensors, heated seats and steering wheel, and LED IntelliLux headlights, which will automatically dip to avoid dazzling oncoming traffic. Then there's the specially designed wellness seats available on the top spec E-Lite model, which have been designed with chiropractors to help promote back health and can even be equipped with a massage function. Now, all of these are things that you would probably associate with a premium saloon, and that's what I think is going to be the big draw with this Astra, because it's offering this kind of luxury and technology in a car that starts at under €20,000. And when you combine that with the improvements across the board in practicality, safety and appearance, as well as a name that people already know and trust, there's no denying that the new Astra will be posing a seriously tough challenge to its rivals this year. You can make up your own mind by arranging a test drive with your local Opel dealer, details of which you'll find on our new car channel on CarsIreland.ie.